Welcome students. Computer Standard 9th Chapter 3 Input and Output Devices. You know that to work with computer we need input and output devices. So let us learn in detail about different input and output devices. The first thing that comes in our mind is why we need input and output devices. So computer requires data and instructions to be provided by the user, and then only computer can work if we provide some data to the computer. User also requires some output from computer. If we just keep on giving data to computer and if computer doesn't give any output, then again it is of no use. So we also require some result, some output from computer. So this instructions to be given to the computer is through input devices, and when computer provides the result it is called output, and it comes to user through different output devices. So the data and instructions can be given to a computer using many different input devices, and computer provides the result through many different output devices. Let us see in detail different devices. Some of the important input devices are keyboard, the most important input device, point and draw device, scanning devices, electronic card based devices, speech recognition devices, vision based devices. These are some of the popularly used input devices. Let us see in detail. Keyboard. There won't be anybody in this world who don't know what is keyboard, because that is the most popular and commonly used input devices while working with computer. It allows us to enter text, number and different symbols to the computer. A keyboard, a standard keyboard nowadays contains alphabets A to Z, digits from 0 to 9, maths operator, that is plus, minus, multiplication, division, etc. Just observe, while working with computer, multiplication sign is indicated by asterisk and division sign is indicated by slash. Then we have some functions keys from F1 to F12. They are for some special operations. Using function key, generally we can perform certain tasks very quickly. For example, in most of the program, F1 is used for getting help. So such functions key are very useful, and you must know about the working of functions key in different software. Then enter, or it is also known as a return key for command execution. We type something and if we want to execute that command, we press enter. Or we type something and if you want to go to the next line, again we press enter. So enter is something where we say that this is what I want to tell you, and then computer will operate on that or work on that command as and when we press enter key. Spacebar, you know, it is to leave blank spaces. Backspace, you know that it is used to move cursor one position back, erasing the data. So wherever your cursor is, if you press backspace, it will delete the character before that cursor position. Delete key is used to delete a character or selected object. If you selected one paragraph and if you press delete, it will delete the entire paragraph. If you selected one word and if you press delete, it will delete entire word. And if you have not selected anything and if you press delete, it will delete the character just after the cursor position. Shift key. Shift key is used to get some letters in capital or some symbols which are there on the keyboard. So if I am typing something and if I want to type one character in capital letter, I should hold shift key and then press that character. Caps lock key is used to toggle between capital lock feature. If you press once, all the alphabets will be typed in capital letter. Again if you press, then all the alphabets will be typed in small letter. Tab key is used to jump from one position to another position. Control and Alt key are also used with a combination of other keys to perform some specific task. The most popular you would be knowing Control C for copy, Control V for paste, and some different combination. Escape key is used to cancel some processes. If some process is going on and if you press escape, it will cancel that process. Cursor movement key. There are 4 cursor movement key to move cursor on in 4 different direction: top, bottom, left and right. Now there is one more key in latest keyboard, and that is window key. Again, window key is like control and alt key. The combination of window key gives many other effects, or task can be completed using pressing control key, pressing window key and other key together. Let us see the layout of keyboard. This is the layout of keyboard, and I know you will be familiar with all this. Just see that escape is on upper left, then we have function keys, then below we have all the numbers and symbols, backspace, then we have all the alphabets. We have on left hand side then tab key, caps lock key, shift key you will see on both the side. Both the shift key are same, you can use whichever is comfortable. Enter key is also on right hand side, space bar is at the bottom. Control key, alt key also you will find on both the side. Windows key is also sometimes on the both the sides of the space bar. Then on right hand side we have 4 arrow key also, and then we have numeric pad, number pad, through which we can type number easily. If number lock is on, all this key will work as numbers, and if number lock key is off, then they will work as arrow key and home and end and page up and page down key and like that. So this is the keyboard. I am sure you would be knowing all this. Let us move to next. Point and draw devices. Point and draw devices are such like mouse, which helps in selecting some text and executing some command. The advantage of point and draw device is that we don't need to write the long commands. Instead, we can use this device and select the command from different menu and can finish the task very quickly. Computer has 2 types of interface. See, this is very interesting to understand. Computer has 2 types of interface. Interface means through which we communicate with computer. So one is CLI, that is command line interface, and other is GUI, graphical user interface. CLI is something where we need to type everything and tell computer. There is nothing like mouse or menu or graphics or anything. It is a simple black and white screen, and we need to type all the commands and tell computer what we want to do. Whereas GUI is very friendly environment, graphical user interface, where using mouse we can do so many activities. Apart from mouse, we can also use joystick, light pen, touchpad, trackball, and even there are some computers with touch screen. So these are the different input devices or point and draw devices. Joystick, you must be familiar. It is mainly used for playing games. Touchpad you would have seen on laptop. Light pen you might have seen when we go to get license or some other kind of documents. They get our signature done on a touchpad using light pen. Trackball, not very popular, but it is also something like touchpad, but there is a ball which we track, and accordingly mouse pointer will move on screen. Mouse you are very much familiar with, and touch screen also you are familiar with, because most of you are using mobile, so mobile has got touch screen. So these are the other input devices. Scanning devices. Scanning devices directly take input and doesn't require any input from keyboard. It is very useful in transferring document, photos, etc. in the computer. So scanner you would have seen. As we don't need to type anything, so there is no chance of any typographic error, and it saves lot of time. Suppose I have a letter written and I want to send that letter. So that letter I can scan using a scanner. Then I don't need to type that in computer, and it saves my time, and there won't be any error also. Scanning devices are also very useful in converting photos and important documents etc. in digital form. It is very important that we should keep all our important documents scanned and kept somewhere in the drive computer, so that in case we need it sometimes in urgency, we can get it from our computer. We can scan any photo, any document, and then can send it to anybody using internet. So nowadays it is very easy. If I want to send a document to America, then there is no need to now post that document. I just scan it, and through internet and email we can send it to any part of the world. In modern times, it is very necessary to keep all the important documents scanned and saved in computer, as I said. Image scanner, barcode reader, optical character reader, magnetic ink character recognition, card reader are different types of scanning devices. Let us see them. Photo scanner you will be familiar with. It is almost like Xerox machine. OMR reader, when you will come in 10th standard and when you will give your board exam with some OMR, then board will check that OMR using OMR reader. Machine will check. It will not be checked by any teacher. Your OMR sheet will be kept in OMR reader, and OMR reader will automatically evaluate your answer. So that is OMR reader. Barcode reader you would have seen at many shopping mall. MICR, Micr, we call Micr check. Nowadays check comes with a specific kind of characters written at the bottom of the check. That is called magnetic ink character recognition, through which machine can identify whether this check is valid or not. Card reader also you would have seen at shopping mall. Credit card or debit card, either you swipe it or you insert it, or even there is a Wi-Fi enabled. So that is also very interesting to know about card reader. But all these are different types of input devices. They send some data to the machine. Speech and vision devices. Speech and vision input devices help in entering information very quickly, and it doesn't require keyboard or mouse or scanner or any other thing. Just simple microphone. These type of devices are used for some special purpose. For example, voice recognition. Voice commands are some examples of speech recognition. You know that in mobile there are many applications through which you just give command, call daddy, so your phone will automatically start calling your daddy. So that is voice recognition. Face detection is also an example of vision device, and you know that using your face detection you can unlock your mobile. This type of devices are also very useful performing risky tasks like driving plane, performing certain surgery, robotic surgery, or Google car. All these are through speech and vision devices. Google has developed a driverless car. So how it works? It works through speech and vision devices. There are certain cameras and certain speech recognition devices attached to that car, and through that the car will decide that where there is a traffic and how or which side it has to take turn. So this type of devices integrates artificial intelligence, because that makes them behave like intelligent person. Machine will behave like an intelligent person. Even the robot, latest we came to know that in hospital now robot is serving food to the patient. So that is also some sort of speech and vision devices integration with artificial intelligence. So these are some speech recognition and face recognition devices. The first one on left you can see is like our mobile, where we say call father and it will call your father's phone. Speech command also we can give. Some projects students are preparing where they just say simply connected to the circuit and say LED on, and that LED will be on. So that is also speech recognition command. Robotic surgery on the right hand side you can see the surgery is automatically done by robots and no doctors are there, but that robotic surgery requires face recognition, voice recognition devices along with artificial intelligence. Face recognition, as you can see down, again you would have seen that you unlock your mobile by your face recognition. So that is also one of the example of face recognition devices. You might have seen some houses where the door will only open when the face recognition devices recognizes your face. Driverless car is the best example of speech recognition and face recognition. It identifies the object around us through different cameras and through different voice input, and accordingly it moves ahead finding the space. So all these are the latest devices which uses artificial intelligence with speech and voice recognition. Following are some important output devices: monitor, printer, projector, plotter, and voice response. All these are again very common. Let us see in detail. Monitor, you know that is the standard output device. Almost everything what we do in computer, we watch it on monitor. Monitor gives us the output. We can also see our input, whether our input is going okay or not. But main purpose of monitor is to show you the output what you are telling computer to perform. Projector, you might have seen, is also an output device. It is used to project our computer screen on a big screen. So that is a projector. Printer, you must be knowing, the most common output device. There are three types of printer, as you can see: dot matrix, inkjet, and laserjet. Dot matrix printer prints everything using dot, tiny dots. It's a noisy printer and slow printer. But the advantage of dot matrix printer is it can print continuous stationery. Inkjet printer is a printer where it prints using ink. It throws or sprinkles ink on paper and produces the output. Inkjet printer comes in black and white as well as in color. It is bit faster than a dot matrix printer. It cannot print a stationery which is continuous stationery. Laserjet printer is also like that. It prints very fast, very accurate, because it uses the laser technology, the technology which is almost same as Xerox machine. So that is laserjet printer for quality printout. A plotter is a very big printing machine where you can print almost 3.5 feet of width paper, and continuous it can print any length of paper. So plotter is very useful when we want to print a big printout like building plan on paper, where it requires very long paper to be printed or very long document to be printed. IVR, that is interactive voice response, is something where through voice we get the response. For example, when we call somebody and if person is not receiving the phone, then answering machine will reply the answer. So that is something like IVR. On bank, for credit card information, sometimes we use IVR recognition where our voice is recognized by the machine and then it verifies that we are the actual user of the credit card. So these are the different input and output devices. Hope it is clear to you. Stay tuned for next chapter, next topic. Till then, bye bye.